Hey, it's your girl Barbie J here, and we are talking about Tyler Perry's The Oval Season 3, Episode 2, Off Limits. And we know who that was about. I heard that line. That was Donald telling Kyle that Lily is off limits, so he can't touch her, even though Donald touched Dale. But Dale wasn't his man, he was an innocent person. But before we get into this whole recap, let me give a shout out to my comment section. Let me give a shout out to my subscribers. I appreciate all of you who have been holding my channel down. Keep on doing what you're doing and help Barbie J's channel grow. That's right. So I need you to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. Can you do that for me, please? I would appreciate it. Trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by November. Let's see if we can do it. Let's see if we can do it together. The only way I can do it is with your help, and I need your help. Okay? So let's also get started with this recap. It was crazy. It was crazy. We got it starting off with Max. We thought that was like Kyle grabbing Lily in the bed, but it was Max. It was Max grabbing her and holding her. She's like, "What's going on?" And her and Blakely are in her bedroom, and she ain't never safe. Lily better watch herself because she ain't safe in none of these places. And then she's like, "Oh, where is Bobby? Where is he? And what's he doing?" All this attitude and stuff because she mad because those pictures, she was seeing those pictures, but she knew about that already. He told her about it. So that's dead. You need to let that go, Lily. Let it go, girl. Let it go. Fly, fly away. So they want access to Donald's home office because he might have access to what's going on in the White House and know some information like who's trying to assassinate the president. In the meantime, she's like, "What? You can't get in there. Like it's protected." And they like, we could break in and all that stuff. Well, they tried to break in, and what happened? What happened, y'all? They got busted. They got busted, and they were found out, and and Blakely was like, "Oh, they found me." And like, we got to go. And Max is like, "We got to get out of here." And, Bobby like, "I ain't leaving my woman. Behind. I don't know what y'all talking about." I'm sorry. I tell you, Tyler Perry and his comedy dramas. I tell you. Anyway, he said, and she's like, "What? Am I in trouble? Am I in danger? Oh my God." He said, "You just go into bed, pretend you sleep. We'll take care of this and all this stuff. I'll be up in the attic. If anybody do anything, I'm going to come with guns ablazing." She's like, "Oh my God." But then she had an attitude, the arms crossed. She's like, "I'm like, kill that noise with that funky attitude. Lily, come on. You went for him. You know you wanted it. Come on." Anyway, they show Richard coming into the White House, and he sees Sam, and he's discussing what happened. There was an assassination, and then he's discussing the grandbaby, trying to get her out of the compound because he's like, Sam said, "Did you find Barry?" He's like, yeah. He couldn't find a place, so he's going back home. And he's like, "You got to get my grandbaby out of here." He said, "I told you we got a man on the inside. We can't do it." "Yeah, but you got to do something." I'm like, Richard, damn, let Sam do his job. Let the FBI do the job. Whoever it is that's in there, let them handle it. Stop trying to push Sam to do something, gonna get him killed. Then what's gonna happen? God. Anyway, I'm sorry, y'all. I just had to vent for a minute. Just a little minute, okay? And okay, it wasn't even a minute. But anyway, then there's Ellie. She in the press room handling all the questions from the people. And she just answering, they asking them easy ass questions. No questions was so easy. I could have answered the questions. And I ain't no press secretary. But who was it? Victoria saw that she was out there saying, "Oh Lord, let me get dressed." She gonna go out there and do something. She get dressed, and Hunter sitting in the Oval Office with what's his name? Donald saying, "Why Ellie ain't coming here when I asked to see her? I want to see Ellie." He's like, "Yeah, sir, Mr. President, let her do a job. Let her do a job. Let her do." How many times he gonna say let her do a job? Why is Hunter so stupid? I don't care. I'm the freaking president and I almost got killed and like what, you want sex? That's gonna make you feel better? That's what's gonna help you get through it? He need liquor or sex. He said, well, let me pour you another drink. I know that's right. He was like, oh my God. But I think at this point he was drinking so much he might have been a little tipsy. So Donald has no control over the president. I don't understand why at this point you still don't have control over that man. He doesn't understand that he doesn't make the rules. He thinks he makes the rules because he's the president. Idiot. Idiot. So he said, look, let her handle it. This is for our country. The country wants to know if you're all right. They want to know what happened and stuff. He gets up. He going to go out there. So he goes out in the hallway, stands behind his wife while, Ellie is asking the question. She was doing a good job. She's doing a good job. And Hannah, then the first lady goes out there. She goes out there and she interrupts the press secretary, Ellie, and she started making a speech. And then the president decided he gonna go out there and say, what is she doing? But he goes out there and say, yeah, we're fine. He says the same thing she says. I was like, y'all are sickening. It's like, sickening. Okay, so all of this was against Donald's, suggestion. Donald didn't think it was a good idea, but he did. So he mentions, both of them had mentioned the loss of the Secret Service guy and stuff. And then they walk off the stage and she's hugging Ellie and all this stuff and touching Ellie. I know Ellie wanted to throw up too. Okay. So Sharon and Kareem, they switch over to Sharon and Kareem. They in the room with, what's his name? Dale. And Dale wakes up and he's like, what's going on? And he was like, Kareem is like, Dale, as he's waking up, he's like, what happened? I'm like, Kareem, goddamn, he just waking up out of anesthesia and everything. He don't know what happened. Leave him alone. Give him a minute. What happened? And you heard them talking before he woke up. You heard Kareem and them talking. She's like, yeah, I called his family, but they don't seem to even care. And that's jacked up. So when he woke up and he's like, why are you guys here? And they like, well, we just want to see, were you okay? We want to make sure he's okay. He said, thanks. That's so nice. He said, because I'm basically, I have no one, my parents don't care. And Kareem so crashed. Yeah, we know that. I was like, damn, she had to hit him like, stupid. Shut up. Look, I'm trying to find out what's going on. Kareem asking him all these questions, trying to find out what happened. Did you know him? Did you do him? What happened? What did happen? Where's your damn cameras, Kareem, that's supposed to be working? So I think the cops got the tape, but still. So Sharon tells him to finally leave because he was working her last nerve too. And then when they're done, Dale asks the guy, not Dale, when Kareem is gone, Sharon asks Dale, is it the guy who was harassing him who did it? Because he said, no, it wasn't him. It wasn't him. She said, because he came in there. I think she said he came in there. Something like that. She might have told him. But he said, no, it wasn't him. Then they showed the Oval with Victoria in there. And she wants Ellie fired. All of them, when they left off the stage, they went into the Oval, all four of them. And the president is like, yeah, that ain't going to happen. She's staying. I don't care what you say. She's staying. And she's like, oh, yeah? You think I won't let her go get her fired? You watch. You watch. And he's like, no, she's staying. She went up to her. He said, stay away from her. She said, I ain't going to touch her. I ain't going to touch her. Donald's like, first lady. And she goes, bitch, in her face, you are dead. I said, oh, my God. Oh, my God. She said that right in front of her. I said, how you won't? Is this what they do in the White House? I'm just, she said, she's not thrilled the way she handled it, but she handled that press and you got the job because, she's like, look, Hunter, when she was going, Hunter made Donald leave too. And Hunter was like trying to have sex with her. And she was like, I told you. You are not going to be, like having sex. I am not your property and all this stuff. She read him and he was like, bitch, like you got this job because of your gorgeous body. Just know that's why you got this job. But at least she trying to do it. She ain't acting like him. He got that damn job because of Victoria's parents. But act like you trying to do it. At least that's what she got, She's like, you don't own me. And he threatened her and said he was going to sick Victoria on her and let Victoria loose on her if she didn't do it. And she was like, I'm out. Bye. So Donald meets up with her outside in his office. And he's like, well, near, in her office. I'm sorry. Because he was in the hallway waiting. He's like, what happened there in that Oval? What happened? And she said, why don't you go ask him? He said, I'm asking you because I'm your boss. She said, are you my boss? I think that he's the boss. You know, he's in charge. And he's like, oh, you don't want to go there with me, little girl. You know, she's getting sassy with him. And he said, do you even care about him? Yes, I care. She said, because you don't act like you care. You know, if you care about the president, you need to be as far away from it as you can. She said, because bigger parties are involved. Please notice, there are bigger parties involved. And she was like, I know that. He said, yeah, okay. And he walked up to her and whispered, just because it's circumcised doesn't mean it's clean. I said, oh shit. That sounds like some funky stuff right there. I'm sorry. It did. So Victoria's mad and upset. She goes into Alan's office and tells him to pull his pants off. She said, what? He said, what? No, I'm not going to pull your pants off. Miss First Lady, that's in the problem. Look, I want to see if you got a set of balls in there. What you need to do is handle your bitch of a girlfriend. Your bitch of a girlfriend. And she demands Alan violently be violent with her. That's how the nice way they said be violent. Abuse her. They want him to abuse her and when she gets home. And he's like, I can't do that. What are you talking about? And she said, if you don't, I'm going to send somebody there who's going to beat your ass and abuse you. And that's what I'm going to do. And I said, oh, man. And Donald comes in at that moment. And Donald's like, oh, like, what's going on here? And what's up? And First Lady, leaves out. So, you know, Alan sit there like, he make up lies and stuff, don't tell the truth and everything. And he finally told what went down. He finally confessed what it was. He said, you're not going to do it. No, I'm not going to do it. He said, but this is ridiculous. So it flashes over to Barry. Barry sitting there, he comes home and Nancy starts on him. Where you been, boy? You know, been looking for you. Where you been? What you doing going? Are you trying to get yourself killed? And then he gets flippant. I said, oh, here we go. Wouldn't you do it for me? You know, you damn sure didn't do it for Piggy. And then she was like, oh boy, She threw down her hands out. We ain't gonna have this. We ain't having this. You ain't gonna be getting disrespectful to me. She went off in him. She said, I will pack your stuff and put you out this house. Don't go there with me. I was like, oh, Nancy was like, I'm sitting. Oh, so he said, look, I'm sorry. She said, no, say it again. Say it again. He was like, I'm sorry. I apologize again. And he tells, you know, she said, look, Ruth went out anyway. He's like, what? What? She said, oh, nothing. Well, no, Mom, what you said? Ruth wants out. You know, when you was in the hospital, they was saying something. She told her she wanted out. But let the FBI handle. Don't you do nothing. Let the FBI handle it. You shouldn't have told that boy Jack, because you know how he gonna go. He don't listen, just like his daddy don't listen. They don't listen. You don't listen either. Or none of them listen. He said, give me space. You still cooking him dinners and meals. And I don't know. That family's weird. That whole thing is weird. Then we got Kyle. He goes to see Donald and asks him, did he do that? What did you do? Why did you have Dale shot? And he's like, yeah, that's what if, he said, what if I did? Did you do that? What if I did? You know, he said, you're an SOB. You're an SOB. And he said, I told you before, Kyle, you're not capable of loving anyone but me. That would be the only one. But that kid was innocent. He said he's not innocent if he was in your bed. He said, I made him get in the bed. He said, I made him. So he said, so I made him get shot. He said, oh, come on. I didn't have him killed. I had made sure he missed vital arteries. Didn't I tell y'all? Didn't I tell y'all there's a way to shoot in the bodies that make sure any I don't know what to call them, sharpshooter, whatever, anybody who specializes in that, whatever, they know where to shoot on the body, not to hit a major organ so you don't die. That's what I said to y'all in the last episode, because I knew something wasn't right. It wasn't right. So, but he said, how would you feel if somebody went over to your wife and did something to your wife? He said, no, ain't nothing going to happen to my wife, because I told you she's off limits. Bam, that's the term, off limits. So He said, look, I didn't really want to kill him at all. Just sending a message. And he told him if you go near that hospital, if you even think about going to that hospital, it will be even worse for him, for the boy. You know, Kyle is like showing, I'm confused because wasn't that one time Kyle was just like ruthless and didn't care, was killing everybody and didn't mind, but now he didn't want to kill Mac's son, and now he's upset about Dale. You know, Dale wasn't even his man. What did he care about Dale? He ain't invested in Dale. That was a one night stand, you know. But that was interesting. Then they show Priscilla went into the White House and she asked Sam how was he doing, you know, and if he was okay. And he said, yes, thanks for asking. You know, she was concerned about it. She's like, what happened? And he said something about assassination on the president. Are you sure it wasn't about her? That's Priscilla right about that. They both was getting out the car. You sure the people didn't want to shoot her ass? And so Sam is telling her, no, and you need to stop doing that, and maybe she should go home. Why he always telling her to go home? Why he always telling Priscilla to go home? You know, and it's like, I don't get it. He's like, she said, I ain't gonna hurt your little biatch. Don't worry about it. I won't feed her no food or no drink, you know. So, next thing you know, Kyle is coming back in. He's coming back in to tell that he got a call from Langley that Donald's, he didn't say his home computer, he said our home computer is trying to access the Pentagon. I said, our? How many days did Kyle live in that house with Donald? That was interesting, our home computer. I was like, okay. So Blakely is like, I told y'all, she got made, they had to leave and all that stuff. Alan goes to see Ellie to tell her what the first lady said. And she's on the phone like, I'm busy. I can't talk to you right now. I have to take these calls. He said, it's important. But she's dismissing him. Don't want to talk to him. He was like, slam, hung up the phone and wanted to talk to her. What is your problem? She wants me to kill you. Not kill you. She wants me to beat you or something like that. He tells her everything that the first lady said. And he's like, she said, well, why are you yelling? You need to roll it back and calm it down. You know, you're upset. And he's telling her, and she's like, calm down. He said, I'm not gonna, she said, what are you gonna do? He said, I'm not gonna do that to you. She said, well, the way you came in here, you act like you wanted to do it. He's like, I'm just trying to get your attention. And all of a sudden, he called her, what did he call her? Oh, I forgot what Alan called her. A stupid bitch or something like that. You dumb bitch. He called her something like that, stupid biatch or whatever. And Alan was like yelling, oh no, screw you, Ellie. That's what he said. Screw you, Ellie. And that's when Donald came in and said, say it again. Screw you, Ellie. Screw you, Ellie. He was saying, that's right. And he was saying it in Ellie's face. And he told Alan to go meet him back in his office and stuff. And Alan kept apologizing, I'm sorry, sir. Because they were yelling. You yelling and stop yelling. You need to keep it down. She's telling you to keep it low. You working in that White House all the time. You don't know to keep your voice low, stupid. He was stupid. But, Donald told her, that boy is way too good for you. You ain't nothing, So she just smiling, eating it up. Anything else you want from me? Because I have to get back to work. Like, go about your business, homie. And I was like, Ellie feeling herself in this position. And it kind of ended with Sam is seeing Richard in the kitchen. He goes in there looking for Priscilla, and he's telling him, could you do me a favor and watch on her? He said, Priscilla's here. He said, what's she doing here? And then he told Sam what happened, how she went off on the first lady. He's like, what? What did she say? And he said, she said this, and this. And then she said, where's Jean? He said, she said that? He said, yeah. And he said, well, where is Jean? Richard asked, and Sam said, I don't know. Now tell me something. Didn't they have it on the news that Jean and her boyfriend was laid out, shot on the bed? Didn't they have that on the news? Because I remember complaining that it didn't even look like her. It looked like a light-skinned Jean and not a dark-skinned Jean. And they were saying that the two of them were killed like a murder-suicide or something like that. They had it. So how is it? And he had the tape. Sam got the tape from the police detective. So how you don't know where Jean is or what happened with Jean? So something got messed up in that script. They need to go back and check that. But maybe I'm wrong and y'all put it down in the comment section because I could have it mixed up. I don't know. But I thought for sure that's what was on the news. So anyway, he said he didn't know. He said, well, please just keep an eye on Priscilla you know, and he's like, okay, fine, but you got to get her out of here. You got to get her out of here to leave, because if she do anything, it's going to be bad on all of us. You know, he said, I know, I know, I know. And he said, damn, all the people you could have picked to sleep with. He said, all right, Richard. But nah, I'm with Richard. All the damn people you could have slept with any damn body out in the street. You going to mess with the first lady, dumbass. I'm sorry, y'all. I got a little excited. Bobby J got a little excited. And so it ends with Priscilla sitting, going in the room, and Victoria think it's Hunter saying, I smell her cheap perfume on you. You know, this. She calling him names. And she sits down on the bed and she starts rubbing First Lady's legs and stuff. Awesome. And then she speaks and Victoria jumps up and is like, what are you doing in here? And it went off. I was like, oh my God, it's like stalking her, fatal attraction. She like, she should have poured roaches on her or something. Put mice in the bed with her, do something. I don't know. Anyway, I hope y'all like this show as much as I did. This your girl, Barbie J. Say it, peace.